what are the benefits of working here in Switzerland? If you are not aware, Switzerland is one of the best social security structures in the world. So in this video I will be discussing all the things that you can benefit from while working here in this beautiful country, Switzerland. We are in the town of Luque here in Switzerland. The town here, they speak German, and just a few kilometers, like 2 kilometers away, that side, they speak French. Bonjour. So let's come to the first point regarding the social security benefits here in Switzerland, which is the unemployment benefits that you can get. In case you lose your job nowadays because of COVID, or if you're fired from your job, you can claim unemployment benefits from the Swiss government. To be eligible for the unemployment benefits, you need to be working at least 12 months in the last 2 years. If you are eligible for the unemployment benefits, then you get paid 80% of your salary starting from day 5 of unemployment. Is there anything to eat?
Yeah.
What do you have?
Sausage.
Sausage?
Sausage.
Chicken?
No.
No chicken?
Kalt und Pork.
No, sorry.
Cat?
No.
I thought you said cat. The church here in Luque is supposed to be a Swiss National Heritage Site. Let's go and check out if it's open. Yes. I'm not sure if you noticed, but all around this chapel there are human bones and skulls that are lined up.
But what would be the reason behind that? Yes.
The church that is there, they have got bones and stuff inside, right? Why are they there?
It's an ancient custom. When they took out the grave,
Okay,
they took the skulls and the big bones,
okay,
and they put them
in the
before
church.
outside the church, because it's not really Catholic.
Okay.
It's an ancient.
Ah, wow. That's interesting.
And then some tourists are also buried there.
Some tourists are... How do you say cheers in German?
Something like
In
French.
German?
Like French. We
Like
say
French?
something.
Ah, okay.
Prost.
Santé. Prost. Have a good day. Nice to meet you. Bye. So that was the town of Luque for you here in Switzerland, but this is not where we are going to spend our day, because we are going to the famous town of Zermatt, which houses the famous Matterhorn mountain peak, which you see designed on every Toblerone chocolate. An interesting fact to note is that the Matterhorn peak featured on the Toblerone chocolate only in 1960, and before 1960 there was an eagle that featured on the packaging of the Toblerone chocolate.
So what do you think about the town of Luque?
It's a cool town. We are in the town of Tasch, by the way, because Zermatt is a no-car zone. So we have to leave our car right here in this town and then take the train to Zermatt. See all these cars that are parked here. Seems like Zermatt is gonna be crowded today. So 2 tickets to Zermatt is how much?
2460 round.
Okay, can I use my card? Good, merci. So while we wait for the train to Zermatt, let's discuss about the next point regarding the social security here in Switzerland, which is the maternity and paternity leave. So if you're insured 9 months before the birth of the child, you can be eligible for the maternity leave, which starts from the day of birth up to 98 days. And during this period, you can get paid up to 80% of your salary. It is illegal to fire someone during this period of maternity leave. As of 2021, fathers can also apply for paternity leave. here we are in Zermatt, Switzerland. As we walk along the streets of Zermatt, let's talk about health insurance. It is mandatory to apply for Swiss health insurance within the first 3 months of coming to the country to access the incredible healthcare system here in Switzerland. The minimum amount you pay for the insurance is around 300 Swiss francs. The equipment in the hospitals are quite modern, and also there are not a lot of waiting times or waiting lists to get treated. What are these?
Chestnuts.
Chestnuts, okay. So it's cooked on the coal. How much is it for 150 grams? 5 francs.
Thank you. Yeah, it's okay. Thank you. Bye. Have a
Thank
nice
you.
time.
Have a good time. Yeah, you too.
You too. Thank you.
This is the local church here in Zermatt, and just next to the church is this cemetery, which is quite special because buried here are the mountaineers who died trying to climb the mountains around here in Zermatt. As you can see on the gravestones are quotes such as "I chose to climb," along with the equipment that was used by this climber. Also here on this gravestone are left the shoes of the mountain climber that he or she used. Can I have 2 tickets to Groningen, please? So we are leaving the city of Zermatt, which is right here, and taking the train up to the mountains into Gornegrat, which is the second highest train station in Europe. Let's do this. As we go up the mountains, let's talk about the next point, which is the pensions. There are basically 3 pillars or 3 types of pension funds. The first pillar is mandatory and should be contributed by the employer and the employee. Then there is the second pillar or the second type, which is mandatory for people earning a certain salary threshold. The third pillar or the third type of pension is not mandatory, and this involves opting for private pension insurance. The retirement age for women is 64 years, while the retirement age for men is 65 years. Here we are at the second highest train station in Europe. I will be flying my drone here in a while to get the shots of this beautiful place. But before that, let's talk about social allowances that you can be eligible for. If you have a child, you can get up to 200 Swiss francs per month until the child reaches the age of 16 years. And after the age of 16, you can apply for educational allowances, which is around 250 Swiss francs, which can be got for children from the ages of 17 years up to the age of 25 years. Before I conclude, I wanted to tell an interesting story that happened here back in 1865 when the Matterhorn was first climbed. Around 7 people managed to climb the top of the Matterhorn peak, but on the way down, 4 people plunged to their death. People over the years have speculated that the people who survived cut the ropes to prevent themselves from being dragged along with the victims to their death. The ropes that were allegedly cut by the survivors is still available to see and test in the museum down in the city of Zermatt.